Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yo, yo, yo. We are here to celebrate Nintendo. All right. All right, so I normally don't do or live stream Nintendo Directs really. It's not something I normally do. But I thought, why not? I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm a Nintendo fan, believe it or not. I bought like what, 5 Nintendo games this year? That's yeah, I think that's technically more than PlayStation games I bought this year. But there's only been like let me see, Last of Us, Horizon, then there's gonna be God of War. What else? There was something else earlier in the year, right? Well, there was some second party stuff. Hey, I gotta get my cat. If you don't get from behind there. Yeah, I mean, I think. Or you knock out a wire or something. I think that used to be the norm. So my point is, I'm a Nintendo fan. Blandrew is in the Discord arguing his stupid idealisms and stuff, caping for Japan studios and why they should have stayed open. And Blandrew is just an idealist, and I hate him for it. He's always advocating for art more than logic, and I hate it. Right? He refuses to see that, like, refuses to acknowledge that if people do not support a product, it will not continue to exist. But he's like, no, doesn't matter if something sells 15 copies. They should keep making it. And if they don't keep making it, they're bad for it. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Something selling 15 copies means people don't want it. I want people to understand that, like, sales are not only an optic thing. Sales are literally a measurable number to get the gist of what people want. That's what you use to understand what the public wants, is sales. It's not like this bragging, not just like this bragging right. It's a measurement. That's what it is. So if Japan Studios continues to make games, and only 200,000 people buy it lifetime, guess what? That means people don't want it. Majority of people do not want it. That's what that means. They are quite literally saying, without words, they're saying it with dollars, with their wallet, stop making this game. That's what it translates to. In business, that translates to, please stop making this game. We do not want this. And when the fans tell whoever, hey, stop making this game, Blandrew be like, hey, why did they stop making this game? Because the fans told them to, Blandrew. That's why. I don't know what you don't understand about that. But I think Blandrew looks at it from the privilege of Nintendo, where we all know how Nintendo is very different from PlayStation. Like Nintendo's biggest games sell 30, 40, even 50 million, and the margins are amazing for them. They make a game that cost 500,000 to make, and it sells 40 million. Okay? So they can get away with also making the game that is for a smaller audience that's only going to sell 200,000 copies. PlayStation is not necessarily going to do that. They've done it in the past, but that's not going to be something they continue to do. It doesn't make business sense. Outside of business, it just doesn't make it's a waste of time. If 200,000 people are only interested in something, you might as well put your effort into making something that people actually want, that maybe 500,000 people want, because then you're serving more people. It's a waste of time. So, what up, Lady Hope? Yeah, there's 2 events today, and I don't think I've ever live streamed 2 events in one day. It's kind of crazy that they that both of these are happening in one day. PlayStation event is like 6 o'clock. I'm looking forward to Pokemon. You know, I told people I'm a big Pokemon fan. Oh, I've been playing Splatoon 3, Fire, Fuego. Best multiplayer game this year. Looking forward to this new Pokemon. I put in mad hours in the one that came out last year. Yeah, PlayStation has never announced one the day before, and I'm like very sure. I'm very confident to say that's because of the snitch. They know the snitch can leak details once you upload it to YouTube. Once you upload the video to YouTube, I think they know the snitch can gain access to it. That's why they kind of stealth dropped the announcement, because apparently he's already looked at the show, and the snitch has said if that screenshot is correct, because I'm in his Discord, but you have to he has this like really crazy verification process to like get into his Discord. He like acts like his Discord is like getting a PS5, or it was like what was getting a PS5 before. You gotta he only drops the link for the Discord sometimes, and then once you get in the Discord, you have to be like verified. Oh, thanks, babe. You have to go through this verification process before you're able to actually see anything that's posted. It's insane. So I didn't actually get see the screenshot myself, but people posted it, so it looks real. And my wife made me breakfast. Put it on display. Breakfast review.
Breakfast review. What they got to say?
They gonna love it. They ain't gonna say nothing bad about your food. Your food is great. So, it's hash browns, right? Very seasoned hash browns. I can see all the seasoning on that. Turkey bacon, and then some fried eggs, also very seasoned.
Ask them if they eat ketchup on their hash browns.
Who everybody puts ketchup on their hash browns. They're pretty much fries. Okay, well you don't. You don't like ketchup in general, but I'm sure everybody else puts ketchup on their hash browns. And what do you call this when you make the eggs like this, right? Like it's where like when you crack the yolk, it's like not fully cooked all the way inside. What do you call that?
That's like fried soft.
Fried soft. Okay. I think I preferred fried hard.
The second one is fried hard.
Okay.
I give you one with the yolk cooked, one without.
Okay. Cool. It's not a problem. I like both. I'm just saying I think I like fried hard better.
Do they like ketchup?
Let me see. Do y'all like ketchup? Let me see. Dwayne Carter said ketchup is disgusting.
Yes, sir.
Ketchup is great. They more commenting about the eggs.
What they say about how they like the egg?
Some people said over easy, sunny side up.
You would hate sunny side up. Sunny side up is when the top is not cooked at all. It's just yellow.
I don't understand that. I don't. For egg is such a simple thing. I don't know why there's so many different versions of eggs. It should be like 3 max.
It's the same thing as potatoes. It's called versatility.
No, eggs is too simple to be making like 8 different versions of it. I don't know why. Y'all just bored. They just be bored People just be creating different concepts. Chefs be doing anything. You see how I wasn't like Bond. I didn't say, hey, I don't like my eggs like this. Take it back and do better. All right. I don't like it. You see, I'm not like Bond. I actually know how to talk to people. I know how to talk to a woman. You see the difference? Hey, cut that. Take that back. I don't like it like that. No. See? It's how you say it. Bond don't understand that. Bond would have got cut. Bond would have been like, cut that in. He would have got cut. Oh, this is about to start. We got like a minute left. I mean, I do think regular bacon is probably better, but I think turkey bacon is probably a little bit healthier. But because you don't want to be, I'm not anti-swine. I definitely eat the pig, but you don't want to be eating the pig too much. Okay, it's starting.
We live on the
Let me know if
continent
the sound
of
good.
Helios. 4 realms surrounding a holy land at its center. 1,000 years ago, our lands endured a vicious war with the fell dragon. We called upon heroes from other worlds to aid us, heroes known as emblems. With them, the warriors of our nations fought as one. In the end, we were victorious in defeating and imprisoning the fell dragon.
I turned it up.
In the years since, our world has been safe. But now, I sense a resurrection. The binding weakens.
You're awake!
Huh?
You're really awake, yeah?
1,000 years? That's how long I've been asleep.
What are those horrible things?
If I may, you are a divine dragon, a member of a royal family of dragons revered as deities.
The war. The fell dragon.
This gameplay look a little bit different than your typical Fire Emblem.
But
I've had my eye on you.
the ring.
I'm not all that into Fire Emblem though.
Sigurd, leave it to me.
It is rather quiet, I know.
Or I haven't
It will
been.
liven up as we gain allies.
I kind of want to get into it.
The time has come. Now, as one.
Emblem, engage!
One strike will decide it all.
Please grant me your strength.
This looks good.
She asked me to gather all of the rings and bring peace back to Elyos.
$4K. It's time for Nintendo to release a console that can do anything above 1080p. Can we even... Let's talk about 1080p.
Hello, everyone.
Or 1440p before we get to
I'm
4K.
Yoshiaki
We honestly don't need
and I'll be your guide
Nintendo
for
games
today's
to be in
Nintendo
4K.
Direct.
We honestly don't need that.
What you just saw was the latest installment of the Fire Emblem series, Fire Emblem Engage.
That looked better than, more
In addition
interesting
the
to me than
standard
Three Houses.
version, We'll also
I'm
be
interested.
releasing the Fire Emblem Engage Divine Edition containing collectible items. Please look forward to more information about this game in the future. Let's take a look at our first batch of headlines.
It takes two to tango.
Oh, the rumor was true. It is coming to
Cody and
Switch.
May's relationship is on the rocks. But it gets
There is
even
no
tougher
texture on these characters, though. Good
when
God.
they're turned into dolls. To get their bodies back, they'll brave an onslaught of challenges where working together is the only way forward. Team up and cooperate.
Dang near
with a
not
friend
even no
in this
anti-aliasing.
critically acclaimed two-player platforming adventure.
Nintendo multiplat
Even
be
the
looking
bumpiest
rough.
road can be traveled with someone by your side. Venture through fantastical worlds filled with challenging experiences.
But this is
around every
a kind of
corner.
perfect game for a Nintendo
In
Switch.
addition to single system play, the game can also be played on two systems via local wireless or online.
Yeah, this
with
is
a
kind of the
PAL
perfect
via
game for a
the free
Nintendo
Friends
Switch, though.
Pass. Help Cody and May return to normal. With a partner, of course. It Takes Two launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 4th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. The forbidden story begins.
I might have to move my camera. Because, oh, dang, I just gotta...
After
Ooh,
mysteriously
some spice.
vanishing as a child, Ruka Minazuki visits an abandoned hospital in search of her lost memories. Use the camera obscura to repel evil spirits and uncover the memories that were sealed away. A dark curse looms near. What ancient rituals will be revealed? Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse.
I've never
launches
played
for
a
the
Fatal
first time
Frame
in the
game.
West on Nintendo Switch next year.
Never played one.
There's a new hero who looks mechanical? Introducing Wave 2 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass for the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game. This is Ino, a new hero. She appears to be, mechanical? Complete her quest to have her join your party, expanding your options for classes and battle strategies. Challenge battles will also be added. Test your mettle in consecutive battles against tough enemies. Defeat all enemy waves to earn rewards. Challenge even stronger enemies to earn valuable accessories and special outfits. More hero and gameplay additions will arrive in Wave 3. Wave 2 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass launches on Nintendo Switch October 13th.
I like that they
drawn
announced
into
like
these Nintendo Switch
DLC
games.
like really quick after the game
Nautical
comes out.
nonsense begins
I hate when they
SpongeBob
wait
and
too
Patrick
long.
make a wish that
I hate when they
unravels
wait
the
too long to
fabric
announce
of the
DLC.
universe. In this 3D platforming adventure, you'll travel through portals to 7 outlandish wish worlds, like prehistoric kelp forest and Wild West jellyfish fields. Explore using all sorts of wacky moves don over 30 fantastic cosmic costumes.
They got
and
gay
meet your
SpongeBob.
favorite Bikini Bottom residents from the TV series, voiced by their original actors. That's it. Soak up SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake, launching on
SpongeBob was
Nintendo
arguably
Switch
already
next
gay
year.
though.
You're already fit? Box with familiar characters from Fist of the North Star. They'll be your instructors in exercise mode, leading you through various boxing drills. Defeat as many enemies as you can with just your fists in battle mode.
This is disrespectful
Or
to the
take on
characters.
rivals
I've
in
never watched
boss
this anime,
battles, including Jaggy.
but I'm pretty sure this is
Fitness
disrespectful.
Boxing, Fist of the North Star launches
Make it
on
into a
Nintendo
workout
Switch,
game.
March 2023.
That's
This ain't
disrespectful.
your uncle's dodgeball. Throw whatever you can at opponents in this hilariously hard-hitting party game. Embrace the absurdity of frantic minigames, each one featuring ridiculous rules in madcap arenas. Customize your character from head to toe with hundreds of accessories. Plus, challenge up to 6 friends and frenemies in local and online play. They won't even know what hit them.
It's kinda like Mario Party.
On Nintendo Switch early next year. A small fox washes
Tunic.
ashore on a ruined island. Brave the unknown in this isometric action
Zelda
adventure
Fox.
game. Your only clue here is the manual. Traverse the island's interconnected realms to retrieve its missing pages. Dangerous traps and even more dangerous monsters lurk around every corner. What long-lost secrets will the island reveal? Tunic launches on the Nintendo Switch system September 27th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. New intel has arrived for these Front Mission remakes. Full remakes of 2 Front Mission games are storming in. In Front Mission 1 Remake, you'll pilot giant machines called
I've never played these
Boxers
games
in
either,
tactical turn-based
but this looks
combat.
kind of mid.
As you progress, you'll obtain skills that can help you gain the upper hand against opponents. You can also test your mettle at the Coliseum. Continue the battle in the sequel, previously unreleased outside of Japan. Take advantage of additional features like more terrain effects, weapon and armor attributes, and over 80 new skills added from the first game. Front Mission 1 Remake launches on Nintendo Switch this November. Front Mission 2 Remake will launch on Nintendo Switch next year. And in the future, a remake of Front Mission 3 will also launch on Nintendo Switch.
Are they all going to be $60? You know, Nintendo good for that.
It's a wonderful life for a new generation. After nearly 20 years, a beloved farming experience is reborn. Welcome back to Forgotten Valley. Here, you'll manage
This
a
game
farm
probably gonna
passed
sell a
down to you
smooth
by
10
your
million or
father.
something like that. Probably more.
Restore
Don't
and
understand.
expand your farm as you nurture crops, care for your friendly animals, and help the land flourish. Befriend the townsfolk while you're out and about in the valley. You might even meet your future partner and start a family. In this installment, those around you will grow older as time goes on. Their appearances will change over the years. Your child will also choose their career based on how you raise them.
Matter of
An
fact, let me hit
especially
Blandrew.
wonderful farm
Let me hit
life
up
in
Blandrew. Make sure he
Forgotten
coming this
Valley lies
Sunday.
ahead.
Because, you know, he be trying to be real flaky.
Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life launches on Nintendo Switch, summer 2023.
Oh, Splatoon on? Oh yeah, this is my game.
The first post-launch Splatfest for Splatoon 3 has been confirmed. Here's the theme. What would you bring to a deserted island? Gear, grub, or fun?
Splatfest sounds insane. The name of that
So many
sounds
incredible
insane.
possibilities. Which team will you
Splatfest.
join?
But nah, for real, Splatoon is like really fun. If y'all haven't tried Splatoon, man, y'all gotta play this game, bro. Like it's easy to learn.
Be on the lookout for more
It's
info in
fun.
the future.
I would say it's even a bit skill based, honestly.
So, Squids, what did you think?
Don't
What
sleep.
would you bring to a deserted island? As for me, I've already decided. I hope you'll all participate as well. Next, please take a look at this.
Two?
Introducing a brand new game in the Octopath Traveler series.
I still ain't played one. I'm gonna be real
New
with you.
travelers embark on a journey through the land of Celestia.
With that, we could realize a world without conflict, without bloodshed.
I'm going to become a star.
I'm gonna be real. I just put a triangle strategy in my cart. I played the triangle strategy demo, and I was like, I actually really like this. So I'm gonna buy triangle strategy. I'm late. Didn't it still come out this year though? I think it came out earlier this year. So I'm gonna buy that. Octopath Traveler. It's on PC too, I think. I'm just not completely into Octopath. Like looking at the gameplay, it just doesn't really seem like it's something I would like. I don't know.
Each traveler's path action differs between
But triangle
day
strategy
and
is up my alley.
Our Lord knows well the ways of the world.
What will happen when their paths intertwine?
What's that big round?
Let's go, Temenos.
And what adventures await them in this new world?
Think I found the source.
The 8 travelers each have their own story to tell. Where will their journeys lead them and you? Octopath Traveler 2 launches on Nintendo Switch February 24th, 2023.
What you just saw was Octopath Traveler 2 from Square Enix. Please look forward to the journeys of 8 new heroes. Let's see some more headlines.
A magical home is waiting for you.
I need to ask. Usually, I go by
Welcome to your
Chris
new
Righteous's
fairy tale
word.
life in Fae
When it comes to
Farm.
like these type of games that Nintendo be having, like the strategy or RPG ones, I like a very specific type of strategy or RPG. So I'd be like, Chris, do you think I would like this game? If he say no, then I don't buy it. If he say BG would like this, I buy it. I actually trust his word when it comes to stuff because like he knows the type of game that I would like. I trust people. I be telling people, trust people you know rather than trusting a reviewer.
Fairy Tale Farmstead solo or together with up to 4 players in local or online multiplayer. By gathering resources and crafting items, you'll be able to customize your home and enjoy this mesmerizing adventure even more. As the seasons change, new spellbinding surprises can be unlocked that'll help you restore Azoria to its natural splendor. Magic awaits in Fae Farm, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch spring 2023.
There'd be a lot of trash in these
It's a
Nintendo
musical
Directs.
blast from
There
the
do be a lot
past.
of trash.
Celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Final Fantasy series with the latest theater rhythm game.
People ignore it, but there'd be a lot of
Enjoy
trash.
iconic songs like One Winged Angel, Torn from the Heavens, Suteki Dane, and more. There are
It's just
385 songs
it's pretty much musical
Songs are
Final Fantasy
categorized by
Guitar
game,
Hero
so you
almost.
can play
I'm not
each
mad at
stage
this.
while
I'm not
experiencing
mad
the
at
series
this.
through the music.
I'm not mad
In
at this
addition,
concept.
2 players locally can complete stages in pair style, while up to 4 players can battle to the beat in online multi-battle. Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line
I would
begins
play
its
this.
symphony on the Nintendo
Believe it or
Switch
not,
system
I would
February
play this with my
16th,
wife. I would play this.
2023. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I would play that.
After
Bro,
the game's
I put
launch,
on
pay DLC songs from the Saga
bro.
series.
I had Thumper.
Series.
I had Thumper on, right? I had Thumper in my Steam library for probably years. Never put it on. I put it on just the other day, just to like test out the widescreen because they say Thumper has one of the best, you know, one of the best games to play widescreen since I got one. That game's fire. It's literally just a musical game where you just, you know, press the buttons to the beat. Thumper's fire.
A cosmic adventure is just around the corner. Blast off on an adventure of galactic proportions with Mario and the Rabbids.
This is a day one. You already know. You already know. This is a day one for me.
Freely roam through all sorts of wondrous worlds, each one jam-packed with discoveries. Find coins, unlock hidden paths, and help out the locals with their troubles. At shops, you can get items that'll come in handy during battles. After each quest or battle, your team will earn rewards and get
Big
stronger.
day one.
Sparks
Big
are
day
here
one,
to
bro.
lend a helping hand.
Big
Recruit
day
up to
one.
30 different Sparks, each with their own special powers and skills. They can help spark a decisive victory. Can Mario and the
I might beat the
Rabbids
first
put
one
an
again
end to the
before
darkness? Mario Plus
before this
Rabbids
one come
Sparks
out.
of Hope
Might
launches
beat
on
it again.
Nintendo Switch October 20th.
Maybe.
Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. A gold edition can also be pre-ordered, containing
man
the base
called
game,
Bowser thick. If
weapon
y'all don't
skins,
stop.
and a season pass. Restore peace between humans and monsters. Rune Factory 3 returns on Nintendo Switch. Take a break from quests to chat with the locals, cultivate crops, and care for monsters, among other relaxing activities.
BitCloud Gaming with the
can also
$5. I'll just leave this here since you decided to
into
stream
a
this. Hey
monster.
man, I'm an
Your
open-minded
abilities in
gamer,
battle
bro.
and
I
conversations
appreciate
with the
some of
locals
Nintendo's
will vary
games.
depending on your form. Your
I'm an
choices will also
open-minded
cause different events to
gamer
occur.
who plays
Plus, a brand new mode has been
wide
added to help you
diversity
enjoy
and
more
very varied
quality time
games.
with your in-game spouse. Rune Factory 3 Special launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
See, you see Nintendo not slick, right? They throw in a lot of like shovelware garbage in these
Plus, the new
directs,
Rune Factory series will
and just
launch in
like
the future.
kind of just skip past them real quick. So, you know, they don't like linger on them too much. They can throw out something completely garbage out there, but because they only spend 30 seconds on it, you don't even notice. Like,
Mario Party.
come on, bro. Like, this is they still selling you old
Mario
Nintendo 64
Party 2.
games. Who wants to play Mario Party
Mario
2
Party
at this
3.
point? Come on, bro. Stop this.
Pokemon Stadium.
But Nintendo fans will buy it, so.
Pokemon Stadium 2.
See, look, you and the reason I don't even
Snowboarding. Excite Bike 64.
My bad, I got some noise in my
These
background.
games will gradually be added in the future. You can play a selection of Nintendo 64 games and enjoy many more gaming benefits with an active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership. Oh, and there's one more game we should mention.
There's I can't even be mad because like they'll put this on the GoldenEye. Oh, they slick for that one. That's crazy. They putting GoldenEye in the nits. But is there gonna be if there's not online multiplayer, it don't even matter. Oh.
Why not mix things up with these Nintendo Switch
Picking my
games?
mouth up off the floor.
Live your best life on the newly discovered.
See, but why did they
continent
just?
of
I hate how they just skip
Fantasia
past
in
that
this
announcement.
immersive
That's kind of
RPG.
crazy.
Perform over 100
That's
kinda
kinda
of daily
crazy.
tasks to build character and deepen your relationships with the locals. In doing so,
Can we
you'll
rewind?
gain
Like
access
Nintendo,
to
you gotta
different job
like let that
classes
one
and
marinate
abilities.
a little bit.
A grand
That's
adventure into
crazy.
the unknown.
But how them
awaits.
controls is gonna be in I don't know how them
Various
controls is
Daylight
gonna
launches
translate
on Nintendo
in
Switch
2022.
later today.
translate from that Nintendo 64 controller. I don't know how that's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know how that game is gonna play current day.
Sim game. Scour the planet for materials. Then build machines to refine them into various resources.
That's crazy, though.
Eventually, you'll construct multiple production lines like these. But the planet's creatures will attack, so keep them at bay. Factorio launches on Nintendo Switch October 28th. A young girl named Ib visits an art
Nintendo
museum
snap
with
for
her
that. I didn't even
parents
go in front
in
on
this
you.
2D exploration adventure.
I said if it don't got online play, it don't matter. And then it said online play. I was like, oh, let me shut up.
One particular piece draws her
They
in.
not playing.
Will she be able to safely return to her own world? Every decision affects her fate in Ib. Launching on Nintendo Switch, spring 2023. Mario Strikers Battle League, where 8 players locally on one system can get gritty, is getting a second free update. Joining the roster are Pauline, a physical powerhouse with fast movements and strong tackles. And Diddy Kong, a midfield speedster with dazzling techniques and high pass accuracy. Plus, more gear and another stadium are being added. The second free update launches this month. The final summer begins.
Is this the everlasting summer that Nintendo, that Blandrew be talking about? Everlasting summer of gaming with Nintendo Switch? Must be the same summer.
When strange islands suddenly appear, Ryza and friends set sail to investigate in order to protect their homeland from impending danger. Sprawling landscapes set the stage for your adventure. Freely explore this vast world and forge your own path in this charming RPG. 11 heroes from all walks of life will join your party. During battle, work with your allies to activate various skills, which can be swapped out when needed. Teamwork is paramount after all. New features are also in store. The keys to this lively adventure are in your hands. Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 24th, 2023. Wave 3 is on the way.
Me and my wife been playing all these booster courses. But here's the thing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the throwback courses that much. I don't like them that much. We've been playing them, but I think like the vanilla courses that come with Mario Kart 8 are just way better.
Mario Kart DS.
Cause the first wave, I was like, bro, I hate all these courses. The second wave was better.
Wave 3
But like the first wave, I was like, yo, these courses are trash.
DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game launches this holiday. Active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion
Wait,
pack members can enjoy this DLC at no additional cost. The DLC
GoldenEye
can
coming to
also
Game
be
Pass. Let me
purchased on
see.
its own.
Where you seen that? Let me see. Let me see if I see
we
that.
have some news to
GoldenEye.
share about Nintendo Switch Sports.
Oh, it is coming to Game Pass.
In the next free update, golf will be added.
It is indeed coming to Game Pass.
Of course.
Achievements, 4K, smoother frame rate, split screen local multiplayer.
On the same course in survival golf.
Yep, coming to
Those
Game
with the
Pass
most
also.
strokes will be out. We previously announced that the update would release this fall. However, we'd like a bit more time for development, so the update is now planned for this holiday. Please wait just a little longer.
See, I'm not trying to get too. I think that's a big announcement, but I gotta see how it plays, right? Because people are thinking about how they used to play GoldenEye and like how it felt back then. It might not feel as good. That nostalgia might be blinding you. So I'm still a little bit cautious.
The Super Mario Bros. Animated movie we're developing with Chris Meledandri from Illumination will release next spring. And Super Nintendo World, which is entering its second year at Universal Studios Japan, will also open in Hollywood, California in the US. Recently, we've been working on the finishing touches for both. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about Pikmin. It's been over 20 years since the first game, and we're still working on the series. This is Pikmin Bloom. It's a smart device game we started with Niantic late last year, in which players all over the world are planting flowers. Here's a quick rundown of the game for those who have yet to play it. Pikmin Bloom is a smart device game that uses your location. By walking outside,
come on,
you
bro.
can find
What is
Pikmin,
this?
raise them, and plant
Get this off
flowers
the screen.
together. All you need to do is take it with you on your daily walks or outings. You can look back at the end of the day and see where you walked. Send out Pikmin and collect the items they found that day. And feed them nectar to increase their petals. So, how many steps did we take today? While you're out and about, you can also use the AR feature to take photos with Pikmin. Pikmin are all around you. Let's take a quick look at my screen. I have nearly 700 Pikmin.
We don't care,
They
bro.
love
Move on to
nectar.
the next game.
If you give Pikmin nectar like you see here, their flowers will bloom. You'll also see the number of steps you've taken that day. Regarding the map, the clouds will clear along
That
the path
GoldenEye
you
might
walk,
feel
so you can keep a
real
record
dated
of
when you turn it
locations
on.
you've
I don't
visited.
know. We're gonna have to see.
I normally move around within Kyoto, but I've also been going to Osaka, to Universal Studios Japan. I occasionally go to Tokyo as well. You'll
10
say
more
to yourself,
minutes.
okay, this time I'll try walking here.
Oh, yeah, they
It
said this
makes
is 40
trips
minutes,
and
right?
walks a lot of fun. It's a very easygoing play experience you can enjoy just by taking it with you. I hope you'll try it out. Okay, now to the main event. Please take a look at this.
So shout out to the 530 people in here watching me live stream this Nintendo Direct, even though I'm a fair weather Nintendo fan. Oh, now it's a full sequel to Pikmin. Is it just gonna be a JPEG? A title screen? That's all we gonna get? Yep.
That's right.
Got a JPEG.
Pikmin 4 will launch in 2023. We won't be showing any gameplay today. However, you'll be able to play like this, from the Pikmin's perspective near the ground.
I played the original
I also made a new t-shirt.
Pikmin a little bit, the
Nintendo
original
Switch
one, but I
has
haven't
made
played
controlling
any
the
of
game
them
simpler,
since.
meaning you can
I don't
further
even know
concentrate
how
on the
people
core
exactly
essence of
feel
Pikmin
about Pikmin.
gameplay.
I
We
really
call
don't
it
know like
Dandori in Japanese,
what people
for strategically
feel about it.
planning, deploying, and commanding the Pikmin. I hope you're all looking forward to Pikmin 4. Thank you, Mr. Koizumi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Miyamoto. Now, let's move on to some more headlines.
Yeah, Miyamoto definitely looking
Take
old.
your dancing game to the next level.
Oh, brother. Let me I'm sorry. I'm just going to turn this down. I may already get copyright matched, but I'm not going to help them out by playing this music. So I'm just going to turn it back up after this is over. Yeah, I don't need to hear this. I don't need I'm probably gonna get hit with music copyright matches from all the other stuff. I don't need this to add to the list. Nintendo always shows off Just Dance though. They always do this. It must be a pretty good seller on Nintendo. Nintendo and Ubisoft have a pretty good relationship though, clearly.
as you cultivate a peaceful.
What is
farm
with all
life in
these
the
farming
village of
games?
Lethe.
Why are there so many farming
The
games on
season of
Nintendo?
death quiet is
Or like things
continuously
that have
returns, threatening to destroy all. Travel the world.
just
and
like
find
so
a
many
way to
games
put
that
an
have
end to the
something to do with
calamity
farming.
in this life simulation RPG. Along the way, allies with different motives will join your cause. While facing numerous dangers, you'll begin to uncover the truth of this ill-fated world. After this presentation, a demo containing the opening days of your farm's first season will be available on Nintendo eShop. Save data can be transferred to the full game once purchased. Harvest Stella launches on Nintendo Switch November 4th. Get ready for a devilishly good time. After 500 years, Umbra Witch Bayonetta was revived in the present day. In the first Bayonetta game, she clashed with angels to recover her lost
Are they bringing the
memories.
original to Nintendo?
And in
Is
second,
the original on
confronted
Nintendo Switch?
demons to save her best friend.
I know it didn't come to Nintendo Switch in the
Now,
beginning,
this
but
third
I thought
installment,
maybe
she'll
they had
fight to
ported it.
protect the world from the sudden invasion of man-made bioweapons called homunculi.
Don't worry, I know this song by heart.
She's gone from fighting for herself to fighting for others to fighting.
Baron
for the
just sent me
world.
a DM about
Those who have
Bayonetta
overcome
literally
their
this
past
morning.
histories with Bayonetta to fight alongside her include
I have
the
never met
journalist
such
Luca.
a stand for a game. Nobody
another
find
Umbra
somebody
witch,
who
Sean.
feels the way about you the way
New
Baron
ally
feels about
Viola
Bayonetta, bro.
also
That man
joins
is
in on
a
the action.
stand.
A hair-raising, demon summoning, globe-trotting adventure awaits in Bayonetta 3, launching on Nintendo Switch October 28th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. After today's Nintendo Direct, a new trailer delving more into gameplay will launch on our official YouTube channel. A dark fantasy mystery abounds from the creators of Danganronpa. Welcome to the city of perpetual rain. Many cases remain unsolved in this corporate-controlled metropolis.
Whoa, look at that man's teeth.
Those who investigate are called master detectives, who come from all around the world.
What?
Meet Yuma, an amnesiac detective, and Shinigami, the spirit haunting him after their pact.
Shinigami?
Dive into these unsolved cases as a trainee at the detective agency.
Clock tower.
Thoroughly inspect each crime scene to gather clues
There'd
and
definitely be a
evidence.
lot of fluff in these directs.
When
A
you're
lot of
ready,
fluff.
Shinigami will conjure a realm tying the crime scene to the truth.
But they make enough good
A
announcements
mystery
that
labyrinth.
like
Overcome
the bad ones,
obstacles and
people just ignore
manifestations
them,
of
and
mysteries
if
to
people
edge
just focus
closer
on the
to
big
actual
announcements.
events. However, mystery phantoms will attempt to hinder your progress during each case. Avoid their barrage of falsehoods and slash through contradictions. Uncover the secrets of Master Detective Archives Rain Code, launching first on the Nintendo Switch system spring 2023.
Hey, I guess.
Enter the village if you dare.
No self-respecting person is going to play Resident Evil Village on a Switch. Don't do it. If you,
The latest
and it's the
installment
cloud
in the
version.
Resident Evil
Please stop.
series is coming
Yeah,
to
Nintendo got to stop
Nintendo
with this cloud
Switch as a
nonsense.
cloud version.
No, let me talk to y'all. Nintendo has to stop with this cloud nonsense. You do not respect yourself as a gamer if you play the cloud version of anything. Of anything.
Resident Evil Village Cloud launches on Nintendo Switch October 28th.
Like, you are literally doing yourself a disservice, bro.
Try out the free demo today
Come on, man.
on
It's
Nintendo
even if this was a native version, playing it on the Nintendo Switch is doing you no justice. Doing a cloud playing a cloud version even less justice. Like,
will launch December 2nd. Additionally,
bro,
3 other recent
Nintendo, just make a console. You don't have to make a powerhouse. Just make a console that's strong enough that you don't have to make a cloud version of games. That's all you got to do.
It's an action-packed
It's so
lineup
simple.
of Nintendo Switch games. Vanquish foes to avenge your father in this kung fu action brawler.
Oh,
By
Sifu coming?
thrusting, tripping,
Hey,
and
Nintendo, but
parrying
Nintendo
opponents
fans, y'all getting a
who
good
break
game
their
with that one.
stance and gain the upper hand.
Y'all getting a good one with
Fall in
that one.
combat, and you'll get older
But
and
I'm gonna be
weaker.
real.
In turn, however, you'll learn new
If you want to
techniques
play
complete
Sifu on a
your mission.
handheld, you better
Can
off
you
getting
exact
a
revenge before your time runs
you
out?
better off getting a
Sifu
Steam Deck
pummels its way
because
onto Nintendo Switch
you know
November 8th. Pre-orders
it's better you
begin
get it on the
today
Steam Deck than play it on the
Nintendo
Switch.
eShop. Experience the events leading up to Final Fantasy VII in this exhilarating action RPG. Zack Fair is a young and ambitious soldier operative aspiring to become a hero. Together with Sephiroth and Cloud, he investigates strange disappearances within his elite unit. This remaster features enhanced HD graphics, an updated combat system, and new soundtrack arrangements. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion launches on Nintendo Switch December 13th. The classic arcade shoot-'em-up Radiant Silvergun is coming to Nintendo Switch. Fire different types of weapons to take down waves of enemies. Defeat multiple enemies of the same color for a chain bonus, or take down differently colored ones for a secret bonus. Rack up these bonuses. for a
Nintendo
high
can
score.
definitely get away with certain things, right?
Radiant
Because
Silvergun launches on Nintendo Switch later
certain
today.
things just slide for a Nintendo show. If PlayStation or Xbox showed that at their show, they would get
Out of a derelict
torched.
space station in this roguelike game set in the endless universe. But it's not as easy as it sounds. You'll have to fend off continuous waves of monsters as you make your way through procedurally generated levels. Complete various quests to unlock new heroes, weapons, station areas, and more. Up to 3 players in online co-op can attempt to escape their grim fate. Do you have what it takes? Endless Dungeon launches on Nintendo Switch.
I think it's about
next
to end.
year.
It's 10:40. Maybe one more game.
The journey of world regeneration begins
Wait, they ain't show.
anew.
You think they gonna show Breath of the Wild? No.
Remaster of Tales of Symphonia is coming to Nintendo Switch. The world of Silverrot is controlled by shadowy forces called Descience. To stop them, a person known as the Chosen One must
Damn, yeah, I
ascend
might
the
not get
Tower
no
of
Breath of the
Salvation.
Wild, or they might do that thing at
Lloyd
the end.
embarks
One
on
more
a journey
game.
with
We
Colette,
have one more
the
game to
current
show
Chosen
you.
One and his childhood friend in this beloved action RPG. They'll meet allies along the way, like the wandering aristocrat Zelos, and a lumberjack who lost her emotions after an experiment, Presea. Other allies will also join the party. The fate of 2 interconnected worlds hangs in the balance. Tales of Symphonia Remastered begins its journey on Nintendo Switch early next year.
Wait, they announced a release date for Crisis Core? Because I'm hyped for that, but I must have missed the release date. Hold on. Crisis Core. Oh, it's December 13th. It is. Ooh, okay. I didn't peep that they put a release date. That's why I looked at the trailer and I was like, oh, you know, I'm already excited for this. I've already seen everything I need to see. But I didn't know they put out a release date. Well, that's another cop. That's another cop for the year. Now that we've had like 2 successful game nights, I'd be looking out for more games to actually do game nights for. Because you don't want to keep playing the same games for game night.
Kirby's
We did
Return
Fall
to
Guys, we
Dreamland
did
Deluxe
Fortnite.
is coming to Nintendo
Trying to
Switch.
think of what other games we can use for game
One
night.
day, a spaceship
Because PUBG
crash
doesn't
lands on
have
planet
PUBG
Popstar.
doesn't have
To help Magalore return to his
crossplay,
home
so that
planet, Kirby and his friends
kind of
set
messes
off
that up.
on an adventure.
We need games that have
In addition to
crossplay,
Sword,
and that can like
Whip,
a large
and
amount
other
of
familiar
players
copy
can
abilities,
play.
the new Mecha copy ability makes its debut.
Yeah, so it's
Blast
pretty
foes
much
from a
battle. It
distance,
pretty much has to be
or
like battle
punch 'em
royale
up
games,
close.
damn near.
It's packed with other powerful moves as well. The game supports local play for up to 4 players on the same system.
Why they all jump in the tree?
Everyone can play as Kirby while using their favorite copy abilities. There's also a collection of sub-games to play. This includes the new sub-game Magolor's Tome Trackers. And returning ones like Samurai Kirby.
Man, see, that's one thing you got to give to Nintendo. Nintendo be putting out a lot of games that some of these are like, you know, rehashes or whatever, but Nintendo still be making a lot of new games that don't take a long time to make, don't take a lot of money to make. That's their format. It doesn't take a lot of money and it doesn't take a lot of time. And so their output be high and their you know, their spending be low and their sales be high.
A remake of Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Halo Infinite. I mean, we could probably do a. I guess we can probably do a big team battle. That's still not a lot of people, but we could probably do a big team battle.
This next trailer will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
Because I mean, we could do regular modes too. I would prefer it be a game that like a lot of people could play, and maybe eventually when, oh, it's Zelda, right? Maybe when if Halo eventually gets a battle royale mode, that would be great. But I think we could probably do one before that and just do small matches, I guess. One more thing. I played the first Breath of the Wild and fell asleep within 2 hours, so I put it down. Just for the record. You know what pains me about this game? Now that there's a sequel coming out, we're gonna have to deal with every game being compared to the sequel for another like 5 years. Another 5 years. Well, you know, if I compare this game to Breath of the Wild 2, I'm like, oh, brother. Tears of the Kingdom. So that's the official name? Okay. So it's a sequel to Breath of the Wild, but it's called Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. All right. May 12th, 2023. You know, a lot of people think that game is like default game of the year. But I'm not quite so sure. It's going to get nominated, but I think it's going to be that similar effect of like other games that, you know, the effect that other games have where they did something new. And because they did something, I guess, new or innovative, it was automatic game of the year. But the sequel is going to do less stuff new. You know, like the big difference from the original, from Breath of the Wild to the sequel, ain't gonna be that huge probably. So I'm not saying it's not gonna win, but I'm saying I'm saying it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be this big of a deal as to what Breath of the Wild would be. That's all I'm saying. Spider-Man 2 will be game of the year. I don't even believe that, honestly. I don't even honestly believe. I believe it'll get nominated, but I don't even think it's gonna win. Just to be honest with y'all, because for Spider-Man 2 to win game of the year, they have to do a lot more than what they did in like the original. You got to do a lot. You know, you got to go above and beyond. It can't just be another Spider-Man game. Like it can't be another Spider-Man game. You know, even if it has co-op, even if it has a great story, you know, if it's too familiar, I don't think it stands a chance. It just really has to be a standout. Okay, so that was wait, what am I looking at right now? Oh, it just jumped to Nintendo Direct 2017. I was like, what? What is this? Okay, it just like went in a time machine to like freaking 5 years ago. So I think that was it's you know, it's hard for me to rate Nintendo shows, but because of my taste and my preference, like yeah, there wasn't a lot of stuff that interests me as a gamer, right? Definitely not a lot. There were like a few things. And that's kind of like what I expect from a Nintendo show, knowing who I am and what my preference is. They give me 4 games I'm interested in, even if they show like 30, that's just like kind of par for the course. Like if you're not a Nintendo fan, if they show 4 games you're interested in, or even 3, that's good enough. Because you know that other stuff ain't for you. You know by default, you're not the core audience. So 3 or 4 games, like yeah, that's fine. So if I rated this show how I fairly rate everybody else's show, like Xbox and PlayStation, it would probably be like a 3 or a 4. If I give it the Nintendo curve, which a lot of people do and they won't admit it, if I give it, you know, the Nintendo curve and help it out, then it'll probably be like maybe a 6. But in reality, objectively to me, it's a 3. You know, so but it was entertaining. I'm glad that they don't the L Web 100. I'm tired of Nintendo treating Donkey Kong like a side bitch. Yeah, you right. Because listen, to me, Donkey Kong is definitely better than Mario. Donkey Kong is their best platformer to me, and they don't treat it that way though. Star Fox, yeah, they treat Star Fox like a side one too. But I mean, I think Nintendo fans are probably happy about this, even though I feel like they showed a lot of shovelware and a lot of trash. Like I said, nobody's gonna pay attention to that stuff, right? All people online are gonna be talking about is GoldenEye is coming. There's a new Fire Emblem, and like, oh, they showed Zelda, and like, oh, there's Xenoblade DLC, and like maybe one other thing. There's like 75% of that direct, nobody's gonna talk about. 75% of it. And that's how people treat Nintendo Directs. 75% of it, nobody's gonna care about. But the big announcements, that makes up, which is like the 25%, that makes up for all the shovelware garbage that nobody's really interested in. And that's how it goes. You know, I think Nintendo is able to get away with that a lot more than anybody else. Jazzy Jefferson and then Blandrew doing backflips. Yeah, he is trying to make sure he's coming on Whip and Wheel this Sunday because we need a Nintendo dude. And they're rare breeds out here. I find it so interesting that Nintendo right now, like the Nintendo Switch is the most popular. You know, it's the best-selling platform. It's so popular. All the game sells. You know, these games are so popular and they sell so much. But for some reason, and you can chalk it up to, I guess Nintendo fans are playing games and not talking about them. There's just not a lot of Nintendo content creators. It's so bizarre because usually the biggest platform, the best-selling platform, also has the most content creators on YouTube. That is not the way it works with Nintendo. Nintendo is the biggest platform, and they have the least amount of content creators on. There's way more PlayStation fans, Xbox fans on that are like making content on Twitter, on YouTube, making stuff. It is very hard. You are hard pressed to find like a Nintendo fan, bro. Like, there's definitely YouTube channel. It's like all the Nintendo fans flock around the same few content creators, the same ones. That's why that's why I've been telling Blandrew, like, yo, you need to make like a Nintendo podcast because these Nintendo fans come to YouTube and they just flock to the same, you know, few people. And that's why those few people have like their fan bases are huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, trust me, there's way more. Like people who prefer PlayStation, prefer Xbox, they see other people who create content and be like, I want to do that too. Nintendo dudes who are Nintendo fans, they get on YouTube and be like, I'm just gonna play my games and follow this person who's already making content about YouTube. I don't want my voice to be heard. They're not very outspoken people. They're not very outspoken people at all. Like, think about the fact that like how many Switches have sold and how many like game sales that their flagship titles have. And look, and then go on Twitter. If you based it off of Twitter and YouTube, you would think Nintendo was the smallest platform, just by the presence of their fans that you come across. You don't come like you, bro. You could swing your arm backwards and hit a PlayStation fan. You can swing your arm backwards and hit an Xbox fan by accident. You can go deep sea diving to the depths of the ocean and like it's hard to find a Nintendo fan, like an outspoken one that's creating content. And I only say that because I be looking for you know, people to come on the podcast like outspoken Nintendo fans, and there's not a lot. There's not a lot like in the tier of like Blandrew, right? Where because like if you look at most of my guests on Weapon Wheel, they're like in the community. Like I don't invite super big popular guests. I almost never do that. It never happens. Because I mean, for one, they're so big, like they're not gonna, you know how hard it is to like even get those type of people, and most of those people don't fit like they don't fit the synergy and they don't fit the synergy of the podcast anyway. Those like huge YouTubers, so I never even try to go after them anyway. Right, so like 10 years ago, there were so many Nintendo fans I could have invited on the podcast, like, you know, Shokio, Baron literally created a group called NW Nation. It was a huge group of them. You could have just listen, pick wherever you want. There's a bunch of Nintendo fans. Now it's like, yeah, there's RGT, but like that's the thing. It's small pickings. Like I said, RGT is cool, and you know, but he's down to earth. He's not one of those. RGT doesn't act like a big YouTuber. He acts like a very down to earth YouTuber. Like he be in the trenches. I think that's part, you know. But the rest of them, it's like I said, it's easy to if big PlayStation news happen. Oh, it's easy to find a PlayStation fan. Like even one that I haven't, and I'd be trying to find guests I haven't had on before. That's a key thing, right? I'd be trying to find new guests I haven't had on before. PlayStation fans, I can find a new person I haven't had on before. Xbox fans, I can find a new person I haven't had on before. Nintendo, nah. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. I don't know why it's like that. Yeah. Especially ones that aren't weirdos that probably wouldn't be allowed within 20 feet of a school. Yeah, I want ones without records. S Blanks in 95 said Blandrew really could be thriving, but he letting mediocre white Nintendo YouTubers thrive. I've been telling him, I've been telling him because he's like this perfectionist, high quality content type of guy where he wants to work on a video for 5 months before he puts it out. I'm like, bro, just make, you can do that, but make simple content too. This man talking about he finally gonna start, you know, this podcast. Bro, he gonna take a whole year to start this podcast. Like, bro. Keltrick Pickens, please tell me you're getting Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 so I can mop you in the game and we can do a game night with all the subs. That would be fun. Don't run from COD, or maybe we can play Rainbow Six. I don't like COD, as everybody knows. I don't like COD multiplayer. But I would maybe I would do a Warzone game night You can host custom lobbies, custom private lobbies for Warzone. You could do that, right? Maybe that should be the next one. Get a girl on the podcast. That's even harder. I mean, listen, here's the thing. Weapon Wheel Podcast has featured the most women out of any podcasts in this community. Let that be clear. Like, if you go watch any of these other podcasts, some of them some of them are up to like not running as long as us, but some of them have 100, 200 episodes and they've never had a woman on. Or they've had like maybe one woman on and they keep bringing on that same woman. Bro, we've had not that it's like a crazy number, but we've had like probably like over 10 female gamers on. Nobody is even close to that. Nobody. Tears of the King, Buzz 27. Tears of the Kingdom. Now we know why they didn't show this in the UK when the Queen just died. Running from COD. I've been running from COD since 2007 because I didn't like it. I'm all about that COD campaign though. So yeah, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. The PlayStation show is later at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go. I'm working on some videos. I'm working on my ultra wide monitor review. I'm working on this project regarding. Well, it's not regarding The Last of Us, but my first. It's a series that I'm gonna try to do. I'm thinking about doing, and the first game is probably gonna be The Last of Us Part 1. I also got to review these headsets, so I'm working on a few things. And there go Blandrew. Matter of fact, Blandrew, hop into the Discord, Blandrew. Let's get a Yeah, Hardhead just hit me up. He said you should look into hosting private COD Warzone lobbies. Blandrew, if you can, good sir, hop into the Weapon Wheel Discord. Let's get your quick summary, your quick thoughts on the status of Nintendo. He might have already left. He might have just wrote that and left. I missed a super chat. John Schrank missed my super chat, my guy. Oh, I did? Hold on, I gotta go back. Let me see. Oh, okay. I don't care if Spider-Man 2 wins Game of the Year. Let me tackle Venom through buildings and bang out Kraven free-for-all mode. What do you mean by that? As Drewski would say. I think we're going to be in for a treat with that. You said you want to bang out Kraven free-for-all mode. What exactly does that mean, sir? What do you want to do to Kraven the Hunter? I'm gonna need you to elaborate on what you want to do to Kravinoff. Yeah, because I'm not sure. I don't know if that was the right verbiage to use as to what you wanted to do to Kraven. Not sure. Blandrew doesn't seem to be coming. He seems to be in all celebratory. He said Josh Shrank says laughing emoji like falling from building. Oh, falling from a building fighting. Okay, that's cool. I was just clarifying. You know, no problem. We just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. You know, because I'm like, I don't think they're gonna let you do that in Spider-Man. That might be another game you're talking about, or another website. Yeah. But yeah, Blandrew seems to be in all celebratory, so he's not coming in. I was hoping to get you know, a word from him, but hopefully he'll be on the podcast this Sunday. PlayStation show is at 6. I will see y'all then. All right. Tony coming in here when I'm leaving. I'm gonna see y'all at the PlayStation show, all right? I'm out of here.